Looking at the changes just to make sure I'm up to date on it, but cast range on Earthspec's increased,
Mhm.
movement speed is decreased, mana drains, whatever, Finger of Death, whatever. Like it's just still aligned.
It's still a scaling finger of death still, right?
Yeah,
The stacks are
it's
still there.
literally
Okay.
the same hero, and it was pretty garbage in the last patch. So I'd like to see maybe what Lift to Win have to use it for. If we think about they're picking it into Phoenix, PA, and Disruptor, maybe they want some instant lockdown when the Phoenix slowly swoops in that hard lockdown. But
Monkey
oh,
King.
God, blimey, yeah, it's a very interesting draft from Lift to Win. I have to say. Wow.
At least they're not afraid to experiment. Let's put it that way. We have the Lion pick. Now the Monkey King that also drops in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they are going for strong lanes pretty much.
What was that? What was that about, T?
I don't know. I sneezed, mate, so I thought I just
Oh,
vibed it out.
okay.
Yeah,
I thought
sneezed
there was
and I thought I'd
something.
then dance to it. No. It was like a
Alright.
post-sneezed dance.
And in a sense, I can agree on that with what you just did when you talk about Monkey King versus Axe. Absolutely lovely counter pick to this Axe pick here.
It's all about the lane, and Monkey's one of the better heroes against Axe because not only can you beat him in lane, but you have that ability when Axe plays behind tower, you can just jump on the trees over to him and then get on top. And again, another Monkey King Shard, when you get to like 3-4 items, potentially Ags, BKB Skadi, Ags, Deso, BKB, any of these iterations, when you get that shard on top, your movement around the map, when you have the tree dance range, the vision, it's like a 0.1 cast time or something. So you can just ping pong around the map and be super global, super present. You pair that with IO relocate, the blink setup from the Lion, getting that instant lockdown on that team fight control of the Brewmaster. This Monkey and IO can be absolutely devastating. So I like the new patch philosophies Live to Win are bringing to this, simply based on the idea of potentially a Monkey King shard and then just the old school things that Lion and Brew provided, but now trying to bring it into the patch. But again, it easily could be a draft that is just good on paper, but to execute it, you need a lot of farm, you need a lot of items, you don't really defend towers that well. So then suddenly, if your axe isn't fully crushed, if your PA has a Battle Fury Deso, the game can be really hard. But again, I'm liking the creativity, you know?
Same here. That's what I'm also liking a lot is not being too afraid to try something new. And maybe this is something that they've already practiced out in the past few days. Like, there hasn't been that many hours time, but it might have been something that they struck on the get-go. Like, okay, I want to give this a try, and just been playing it ever since. And kind of like, okay, now we can bring this out. Or maybe it's something like, yeah, it worked once, maybe it can work another time. Because isn't that what the mentality is about? You want to play a hero. You feel like this is the hero for the game. This is the one I want to play, but it also fits our gameplay style and our drafts. Isn't that the way you always should approach a draft?
They're looking to be so aggressive, so active on the map. Like, as soon as the lanes collapse, they're going to be barreling down towers of Leshrac, relocating and taking the fights. In Team Spirit, they need one hero that can basically tell Live to Win to stop running at them.
Yeah,
and that's why Invoker
you need to put a wall in between and just say no.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why Kunkka and Invoker are very good bans. Quadswex Invoker with the Tornado, the EMP, remove the mana, stop the aggression, very good. Kunkka, X-Boat, the tankiness, amazing. So really good bans from Live to Win to cover their idea. And if you have to think about what heroes are left, especially in the mid lane, what anti-aggression heroes really are there? Maybe
all I can think about is supports, but you don't want to support.
I'm trying to think of the mid lane. Like, is there anything quirky they can pick?
Something that kind of works in the mid lane, but is kind of something like Bane and Jakiro, but still a carry and a core. But something
you
that
need
shuts
like a
down.
beefier hero, like
kind of, yeah.
They got 5 seconds anyway, so if we keep doing the small talk, we can see what they pick. Okay, wow, all right. So they look towards not having a beefy hero, but blowing up, winning.
To be honest, it's not exactly what I was looking for from Team Spirit. I mean, it's a Toronto Tokyo Lina, yeah, but this is not the hero I had in mind for defensive reactiveness and turnarounds and kind of shutting down Live to Win's push.
Yeah, the flip side to that is simply the push comes from the Leshrac. So they pick up a Lina that can actually beat the Leshrac in lane, or at least match his farm, so that he doesn't have the wave to play around. If Live to Win overextend, they have that explosive potential. And the issue is, we were describing a hero that can stand in front of the fight. They don't have that. They have a lot of reinitiators. The Phoenix, Axe, Lina, they all want to play on the fringe of the fight and then enter. That's where Team Spirit will have some issues early on. But the leader pick is simply, if she gets that early farm, she gets a bots, Yules, BKB, Aether Lens, she's suddenly now just running around the map, getting all these pickoffs, and it's a risky pick for sure, but it's one of the better picks for the idea of it can actually lane into Leshrac. And if Lena has a better start to the game than Lesh, she's the one rotating, helping out the Axe, playing with that PA and forcing the fight. So yeah, I don't mind it at all. And another layer of burst damage where if Brew fails his initiation, you have that instant Yules. Like if you precast Yules onto Brew, he blinks in, boom, suddenly he's in the air, you LSA blow him up. Like Live to Win really can't fight. So yeah, I don't mind it at all. But it is going to be an issue if lanes don't go that well. Monkey has a great game, Lesh has a great game, then suddenly where is that front line that we mentioned? But again, that's 15, 20 minutes down the line. We can bring up that point. We can either praise it or flame it.
And now I think what is also a really big question here is we look at directly the Dire team, the name, Team Spirit. This is Yellow Submarine, now signed by an organization. Do they fall under pressure because they have to show what they're made of? Do they have that super big vigor that has been given to them that, okay, somebody really wants us. Now it's our kind of like, we're worth something else. Like, let's fucking go. Like, let's just destroy them here in this game. Like, do they crack under pressure, or do they just perform better than normal? I think that's a big thing to think about Team Spirit here, is how they pull off and how do they show what they're made of.
I think they're fine. They played in Epic League. They topped the group. They beat Live to Win. They were the best Division 2 team. They then actually got to play in Division 1, the only Division 2 team to get there. So they very much are confident. So I'd actually take your kind of narrative you're setting, and I'd give it to Live to Win. They're the team that hasn't really been able to perform and hasn't really been able to do much with their roster. Like, you look at their players, FN, Immersion, All Day, Snake, like, you think that this is a high caliber CIS team, but they haven't really found their footing within the scene right now. They've been stuck within the Division 2 realm. They've been kind of dwarfed by what Yellow Submarine has achieved. And yeah, this is for sure like the last series before this is the last CIS v CIS series that we're going to have before DPC kicks in. And this is the last information we'll get before who really is going to be like the next CIS team after VP Na'Vi, in my opinion. So it's not really, in the grand scheme of life, not really that important because there's a whole month before DPC starts, but it's still going to be a fun thing to know about. As Christmas sets in a new year, you can speculate DPC, and this will be one of the series that you may reference.
Might be. Something to keep an eye open for is this truly the CIS brawl or not, or is there going to be some changes? I think even if Team Spirit kind of locks in their roster for DPC, if Live to Win don't do any changes to their roster, what's going to happen with our pre-DPC team shuffles and gambles? I think that's something that everybody is going to be Twitter dramaing about. Reddit's going to be filled about it. Everyone's like, oh, why is this player being picked and not this guy? You know, we're all in for it. And to be honest, I would like to see these two teams as they are because, you know, Team Spirit, well, ex-Yellow Submarine, they've kind of solidified themselves working together. Live to Win, they had ILTW, replaced him with Dream. Dream seems to fit into the team pretty well. They started to get some really good results with him as well. So, I mean, I think ILTW is a big question mark. Where is he going to play? What team is he going to end up in? But I would like to see these two teams stick to what they are and just, you know, provide us at the start of next year. Maybe even now. Give us something crazy. Give us something crazy good. PA's lined up raindrops.
Sure. Playing against a Brew Lion lane. A lot of magic damage. It's all about survive the initial jump, and then once you have that blink, you can get away. So the blink strike, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't really mind it. It's a nice little casual raindrop.
Not picked up at least in every game. We're going to see Monkey King lane up against Axe. This is heavily Radiant favored with just this. Now I'm wondering who's the support to show up to this lane. Since Immersion is starting off with Afterlife and top, we're most likely going to see the Lion teleport bottom, but Soneko setting up for first blood attempt onto this PA. So let's keep our eyes teamed on this top lane. We've got the teleport coming out from the Disruptor. So Miposhka spots Soneko. No, he's behind a tree. Going the wrong way. Lion, okay, now Lion shows himself. The surprise advantage is gone. No first blood should take place. At least the traditional way. Yep, and he teleports back home. Or bottom.
But this actually really benefits Team Spirit in the idea that even though Monkey now has level 2, Phoenix acts as actually an okay-ish lane against the Monkey, just because of the attack slow from the Spirits.
Yeah.
But due to Lion's absence, now that Monkey is level 2, it's like, how do we really get to the point where we're confident? And right now you see him, he's just dragging the wave back. He's trying to force the wave to be pushed into him. And look, he's got 4 melee creeps, 1 range creep. Lane's pushing. All So Bad has to do now is stop Seneko from getting this pull. And Axe will have 2 waves for free underneath his tower, where he can somewhat confidently play the lane.
Yeah, you see that deep ward placed in the lane as well to spot the... It basically gives a vision on a... Okay, I can't draw anymore. I was about to draw some lines, but still. Like, the vision for if he sees the pool connecting through, so he instantly gets the information on, okay, this is where Phoenix has to move right away. If he sees the lion waddling about, it's instantly his reaction to, okay, I need to contest this pool, not allow a lion to get it through.
Yeah, exactly that. And also, potentially, if Lion dips out, you have that additional range to start bullying Monkey if he's retreating. Once it gets to nighttime, you have that extra kind of 30-40 seconds of window. But yeah, this is some interesting lineups from both teams in the degree of Team Spirit. They have this like countered Axe lane. They've got this disruptor pick, which we haven't really seen much, but it's very good against Brew plus Io. And then you have Live to Win, where they're going for an Io Brew off lane. You've got this Monkey King like carry. We've seen it a couple of times, but the Lion pick as well on Seneko. I don't want either team to win because I don't want to see any of these heroes in my pubs. I won't lie. All right. If they could maybe draw, have the first ever Dota draw go.
Wow, that'll be cut to something.
BTS Pro Series, the first ever Dota draw. That's your trivia, and when the pub quizzes come back around in like 2027, then
Windows is telling me about buttons being held down. Like, do you want to enable? No.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that you had some like issue with like blue screen or update or something. I was like,
nah.
Please don't tell me you're about to just like peace out of the cast.
We're all good in here. We're all good in here. I'm actually surprised. I just literally talked to Celery after that last game about Aramis' Coddle, and I'm surprised there's no Coddle in this game. Like, in this specific game, I thought it's gonna be like, okay, Coddle. Surprised that it's not actually in this one.
Yeah, like, it's good, but you need to have a player that wants to play it, right?
Like,
yeah, but you pick up a Coddle, and it takes away some big components of the game plan, right? Like, normally, the previous patches used to having supports that want to look out for a fight, can do things, and Coddle, he does do that nowadays, but if it's in that 4 role, it's a lot greedier. In the 5 role, you can't really rush the axe. You have to go for a glimmer, so. And on your 5s, you want a little bit more oomph, because the new age Coddle is all about, it's basically a Chen, but without the Chen property. It's like, he's got the wave clear of a Chen, because the Chen has creeps, the Coddle has wave clear. You have the TP that Chen used to have, and you also have some mana, but it's very much a enabling support, which +1. And the team just needs to be ready for that. And I think it will take a week or 2 before teams maybe look at the hero a lot more than they currently are, but it is a very good hero for sure. But it is, in my opinion, it's a 4, not a 5, just because of the desire to quickly rush the Ags, to have that team fight, and then to bring the hero back into wanting to really enter a fight confidently. And Maposhka, unfortunately, is that 5 player.
Yes, but we get to continue the game. Decent
we do.
Pause there.
Yes, I should load up the brew changes, so I am up to date, and I don't say anything wrong.
All right. And you wanted to talk about those disruptor changes as well. If there's still something we missed, do enlighten us.
Not really, mate. Basically the same thing. Disruptor cast on allies Thunderstrike allows it to be that's pointless as hell. I'm not going to look at that. Brewmaster, that's what we care about. So Drunken Brawler.
Where is he? There we go.
Now passively, so it's a passive, provides evasion and crit chance. Sure. Once he activates it, 3 times chance for evasion and crit strike to occur. Sure. And it's a higher cooldown because of course it's a bit better.
Yeah.
He has more armor. Quite long. Yeah, less HP but more armor on Earth Spirit, more HP regen. On the Storm Spirit, it's got more HP regen, magic resistance, so tankier.
Okay.
But less HP.
That used to be the very squishy one always.
Yep. And on the Fire, it's got more armor, more HP regen, and status resistance. So basically, Brewmaster's ult is a lot tankier now, and his passive is just net better because it's a passive, but also activate it for some big big deeps. And then of course he's got his Void Spirit on his Ags. But yeah, overall I don't mind it. It sounds quirky. We'll see how it goes.
Wasn't there disarm on the Void ruling as well, or something? Wasn't that the big control piece or something? No,
it's just Disseminate.
Okay.
Not Disseminate. The physical armor shield from Void Spirit. The name has escaped my mind. I won't lie.
Alright, that's alright. I don't even know what the name is called. I haven't actually seen it more than just once.
Oh, it's the Ags shard, by the way, not the Ags.
Oh, it's the Ags shard.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, let's correct ourselves
right.
before we
So
make any mistakes, lads.
Yeah.
Oh, it does disarm. It applies a 20-30% slow and disarm for 2
disarm for 2 seconds. Jesus. Yeah. So I thought that there was a disarm on it for something.
Yeah.
Astral Pulse. Okay.
Oh god damn! That's disgusting.
Yeah, that disarm is pretty good. Like the slow is pretty massive.
If it's the shard, it's actually good. Yeah, I thought it was the Ags. This entire time we're talking about it, I thought it was just the Ags. But if it's a shard, that's cheap as chips.
To think about, yeah. That's the shard buff. Like to think about overall. You pick the Brewmaster. The enemy has a PA. This is a cheap halberd. This is literally a cheap. I'll show it to you right on screen. Halberd's 3600, and your Axe Shard is 1400, and it's a 2-second disarm. And since Satanic is absolutely garbage now, well, not absolutely, but it's really bad because of the status resistance no longer there. That's actually big.
I'll give it to Brew. He sounds like he could be a fun hero. So if he goes for the Spirit, if he goes for the Shard, he's going to be able to disarm people. Dream Axe getting killed in bot lane as expected. Like I mentioned, that chase down from Dream.
Yep.
But then also the 2 charge or not. I'm excited to see if Brew's a hero. I'm so skeptical, but I'm down to see it maybe work out. Alas, mid lane.
Might work out a little bit different than the Zitrax carry brew that we saw earlier on. That was before in a different patch, so.
And I've already forgot about it, Panda. But then you had to bring it up, and I had nightmares. Thank you, Panda.
But we did talk about it before, and you actually mentioned it first.
Yeah,
so
but I forgot, and then I remembered.
Can't hide. You cannot hide. However, this mid matchup we haven't really talked about a lot. So farming and trading, doing a decent amount of damage. There's the same thing about either one leaves the lane, the other one is just going to push your tower down. We've seen Leshrac already do that earlier on today. So the enemy mid leave the lane, Lesh pushes down the tower, and then when the tower is down, then the Lesh gets to rotate. So when either one of these rotates, if they both go in the same lane for a battle, maybe then if they go in opposite lanes, or is it just one going for a rotation and the other one pushing down the tower? So those are the things we have to pay attention to, because one leads to another. There's always a reason and a consequence.
But 5 minutes in, it's only 1 kill to live to win. Obviously, Monkey King being able to kill the Axe, so the fact that Axe hasn't had more deaths, it's going pretty well. You see him
19 CS, that's more than I was expecting him to even have from this lane.
He's having a decent time. He's got the boots and the windlass. Again, the idea of just offsetting what Monkey wants to slowly click you down. It isn't an orb of venom on Dream.
Immersion just killed off the courier that had the Ring of Health for Yatoro.
Easy.
So Brew and Io have like 2 minutes of extra harassing time on this PA. Well, 2 minutes because of 110 respawn and then the lane walk back to lane. Fly back to lane. At least Peposhka uses the glyph instant glimpse.
The glimpse. There we go. Sorry. New patch disruptor now has a inbuilt glyph where he can glyph literally
turn
anything.
the heroes invulnerable. It's like a global guardian angel in a sense. Anyway, collapse is timing. Dream is low on HP. He's hiding in a tree, but they're gonna kill off Soneko's courier. So bad is low on HP. What's the stream do? Looking for. Oh, he misses the stun. And there's an Icarus dive available. So bad. He could cut down the tree. He could cut down the tree. It's right next to him. No.
Nah. That takes some big cojones, because if he misses it, he's going to be stuck in that tree line with Lion stunning, Monkey King right click him, and he dies. So he needed the Axe to be with him. But, let's just, they're already winning a lane that is kind of somewhat hard. Axe now with 32 CS, of course, farming up the small camp. So they're going to be happy that Monkey King is so scared to really exit the lane.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, do you suffice with that, or do you just want to go for more? Because that's like a big question sometimes. Yatoro's courier respawns now. It's a flying one, so I'm pretty sure he's going to instantly use it to send it back to lane. That's his Ring of Health waiting. There is a disruptor courier bringing up a sentry, trying to find the ward, and the Fen has actually rotated towards mid. Instantly glimpsed, but he's only glimpsed under the tower, so it doesn't go all the way back mid. Miposhka lives. What does Toronto Tokyo do with this? He could push.
he might start slowly chipping with some right clicks. He's LSAing the trees down, but FN automatic quickly goes top, kills off the stack, comes back to mid and is able to defend his tower. Only 300 damage. It really isn't.
A Disruptor in here. Yatoro is gonna get punished a lot here, but they're afraid to go because there's no creep wave, and they don't know that Mipushka's not even there. They don't have vision. There's only a dire ward inside this area. Only 1 kill in 7.5 minutes. Very cautious, very patient.
Yeah. Slow burner, isn't it?
Slow burner indeed. Collapse gets the call on the Monkey King, but that's all of your stacks. And the dunk fails. But Collapse still gets the kill first, so he spins just before the tower hit connects. Talk about RNG. That's perfect timing for a spin. Well, no XP for the MK.
Oh wait, why did I overcomplicate this? Like, I literally just remembered. Like, I'm now looking back and realizing I could have just hovered over the spell in game. I don't know why I was tabbing out, loading up the patch whilst we're talking about all these spells, these interactions, when it's literally in the game.
Yeah, you can you can see everything else. You can see everything else except what they used to have before is when you ult or hold alt and you see like the previous patch version.
I have no idea. Like, we're literally talking about Brew, and I'm like, I can't really remember what it does. Let me go check the patch. Loads up Dota 2, Miss was like, I'm in the lobby. I mean, why am I not hovering over just at? Oh my god. Well, that's my special moment of the day over and done with. Mid lane Toronto Tokyo, LSAing up FN. And he's not gonna die, is he? He's gonna get a bleeding double kill.
Nice.
Look at him go.
Didn't see the Toronto Tokyo kill, but I did see Mipushka fall and Lesh at 40 HP, so 1v2ing.
Oh mate, yeah, that was a clean kill. The Lina LSA'd. FN then had a little fairy fire, tanked up a Laguna, tanked up an LSA, a Dragon Slave, and just killed them both. Oh, and he comes back top for another little stack that's been made. FN is really just farming up everything.
Yes. Gets a stack. Meanwhile, Soneko was picked off in bottom. Not sure if he got any vision out because he didn't get. Did he even get to place the ward? Okay, he's still holding on to the Ops ward. So Soneko was trying to get a ward down into the dire triangle. Quickly intercepted by an axe. He did say good day, sir.
He did.
Dream. He's also going for. So we see double Battle Furies this game.
Yep.
PA and MK.
Yeah, the Monkey has to scale into this game.
He does. I'm not a massive fan of the Battle Fury on MK, but like you said, he needs some scaling. He can't just go pure fighter build and hope for the best.
The thing is though, like, people develop the idea of just going Ags because it's kind of like an additional farming tool. So it's interesting that Dream values just innate farming speed with Battle Fury rather than buying Ags then maybe an MKB, BKB, because if PA jumps on top of a Monkey with the Agnums, she is going in like a 3v1 type situation. But I guess Dream values, like I mentioned already, the idea of him just quickly farming up rather than relying on having the Monkey spawn. But yeah, I don't know if I like this. I think I prefer the Ags, the tankiness, the ability to potentially outplay a PA.
Triple net worth lead as well. 4,000 gold for Lift to win.
Really well. But it's basically FN. Like, he is doing so well right now.
MK is also at 4,800. So that's 1,000 gold ahead of the PA, who are both building a Battle Fury. Meanwhile, Soneko tanks. Okay, relocate coming in. Can they get this Lina kill? Laguna Plate has been used on Soneko, and they will get the Lina kill. Soneko tanks it through. He's dodging the Sunray, or at least he's trying his best, and he lives. The Yules comes out from FN. But they don't need to play this through immersion. Does he go for his friend? He does. All right, relocate to mid. Okay, they weren't that far, but still.
But
mid tower.
they just, yeah. The good thing here is they collapsed the map, by bringing all the heroes mid. And now we see the potential value of a Lion in the idea that he can run around the map by himself. If he dies, whatever. If he gets a good stun off and sets up that relocate, he can just be really devastating in the early game.
Yeah, that was brilliant that he was able to play in the dire jungle without any threat. Okay, Lina walks in, you're probably dead. Oh, he's actually surviving. Relocate, turn around with the stun, and just kill the enemy mid as a support, basically. So that's big.
Yeah, also helps FN, obviously comes up to clean up, and then he has the Yules as well to save him. But yeah, it's just the value that you get here.
Can we address the Midas on Brew?
Sure, mate. Why not? It's an old age classic item. You want to have levels. If you're fighting a lot, you naturally are XP starved. So he's got it before that 12-minute mark. So yeah, why not?
And you're technically ahead of your opponent. So this Midas also allows this Brewmaster to scale a tiny bit faster.
Yeah, I think that the key identifier to why it can be potentially viable is the Team Spirit doesn't have innate push and map pressure built into their draft, where they need Axe to have farm, they need Lina to have +1/+2 item, PA of course needs Battle Fury Deso +1, so it gives you pretty much like an 18-19 minute window where you can do whatever you want, but once it gets to like that 20-minute, you need to have those active items. So
yeah,
it's important now that Brew in the next 8 or so minutes he gets items to fight. Maybe a Vlad to help his Monkey King, maybe a Blink, maybe even like the Aghanims for that early disarm, the Shard, sorry, for that disarm. Could be interesting.
They're pinging out, and they spot Collapse. The stun comes through. We'll get this Axe controlled, and an MK ulti just in case that the team fight doesn't actually break loose. Maybe a bit of an overkill, but it's a good preparation there from Dream, just to make sure that...
Yeah, get rid of him.
I mean, both at the same time get rid of him, but, you know, Team Spirit, they might have just wanted to TP and defend because Axe is a tanky and bulky hero. Though they are behind, they realize that this is maybe not the best fight, so they give away the kill, they give away their tower. They don't get to push this tier 1 in mid, so this is just purely to win to win even.
They are playing so well around the idea of what their heroes have, right? The Lion is meant to be that kind of vision getter, fight starter. They don't have that really built into their draft because, of course, Brew is a little bit more hesitant to go in because of that Static Storm threat, but Lion is the one doing it. The early tower damage is coming out from FN, especially because FN got that amazing double kill mid, amazing big outplay. It's propelled him just to be so confident. A quick heal is now going bots. They've already taken 3 towers on the map, and Team Spirit, they need to look to make some type of aggressive play here.
Yeah, well, they're going in. At least the Yules does come out. The Glimpse also an immersion. And there's the egg. And they will instantly disengage.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit underwhelming there, really.
They were hoping to get a better glimpse, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. They had to get a big glimpse onto Lina as she ran up into high ground, bring her back. Suddenly she's in Static Storm plus egg. But
yeah.
It's, very rough for Team Spirit. They just can't make any moves on the map. They don't have...
Exactly. If only Collapse actually had his Blink Dagger, and it might just get punished. Miposhka's going to have to tank this. But Collapse, he really wants this farm. Is Greed is good? Or is Greed bad? He gets at least... and he misses on the big creep on the Ancient Camp. So that's a lot of money. And he's going to have to pass on. Boots of Travel's now picked up on FN. And this map control... It's fully in the hands of Live to win. 15-minute bounty rune is going to be going all 4. Unless... Yeah, Yatoro's not going. Collapse is not going. But FN and Immersion are coming towards this bot lane. They... They found him. Yules into the air. The stun preparation from FN and PA. Well... It looked like they might actually miss this PA, but Yatoro literally just walked into these two. And they see Collapse.
It's so hard to play this map. Like, look at the vision right now on the minimap before the fight breaks out. Radiant only have 1 ward, but the Glimpse...
Yeah. Miposhka trying to buy some time. Gets the Glimpse on the IO. They don't need to use Laguna Blade for this one. It's a tiny bit of a trade. Or at least a little bit of revenge. But now, the Blink is ready on Axe. Do they smoke up? Miposhka has one.
Damn, the greed on Dream. So not only did he go for the Battle Fury first, but he's then going for the Ags. So in a game where okay, so I think this is the reason. Hold on.
Soneko got the Hex. The call was cancelled by Collapse because he thought he's not going to get it. So, Lion Hex. One of the most scariest things in the entire game of Dota is a Blink Lion Hex. At least it doesn't have a Blink. You might have one soon.
Yeah. This is where vision advantage and instant lockdown is very good. Like, Lion as a hero is pretty bad, but in the idea of this game where they already have such a big lead, that instant lockdown will be very good. But Team Spirit, you see, they keep trying to make these plays, but meanwhile, Monkey King, he went for Battle Fury because there was no map pressure. He's then going for Ags, so it's basically the equivalent of Faceless Void, go Mask of Madness, Battle Fury. Like 2 farming items into then 1 big damage item.
Phoenix.
Phoenix
Egg
also
is
dying.
available, but it's going to be a difficult one to use. He gets the Fire Spirits off, and they get the Laguna Blade on the Brewmaster, dropping low. Afterlife is going to die as the call. The stun is going to go through as well, buying a bit of time. They're going to take down the Lion, and suddenly it's a 3v2, and Team Spirit, if they can catch someone, they have glimpse of Miposhka, but here comes Dream. He's going to turn this whole thing around. He's going to look for the kill on Miposhka at least, if he can't catch anybody else. Still keeps it in their favors, and Disruptor will meet an inevitable end.
And that was a small breath of fresh air for Team Spirit in the fact that, okay, we do have a combo to play. We can hit a big call with an egg and maybe turn it around. But that was one of those kind of best case scenarios for Team Spirit, because the Brewmaster, he didn't even get split off. He didn't even do anything in the fight. He just kind of walked in, died, and the egg went off, and it was great for Team Spirit. They gave themselves a little bit of breathing room. They are 8 to 9k gold down. And I just look at the itemization coming from Live to Win. This is going to be a BKB within the next 3 to 4 minutes from Brewmaster. Monkey's 1,000 gold away from his second farming item. And, like, he's on 10k net worth now. He's easily going to be, you know, 15k plus very, very shortly. Like, there's nothing stopping him other than himself getting picked off.
Yeah. As we hit the 18-minute mark here, still a triple net worth lead on all cores for Live to Win. That XP graph ain't massive, but the gold is bigger in this case. Usually you see the XP graph being much higher than the gold graph, but now it's the opposite way. Disruptor still level 7. Not much Miposhka can really do about it. These fights are over too fast for him to live. And Soneko, what is he building? He's got a fluffy hat, he's got Glimmer Cape Tranquils, he's got something on the Courier.
That's just some sentries and stuff, right?
Nothing on the Courier, never mind, it's empty.
He's got the Glimmer, right? I think he's now a happy little...
And Collapse, he gets the call, relocate, instantly coming in as well to this bot lane. The LSA stun is too early, and FN and Immersion get the chance to at least blow up Poshka. Dream is also here, he will cancel the Sunray from the Phoenix. The egg is available, he's trying to get to a safer position, and the split comes through. This is a call for Team Spirit, let's back away. The Axe is so far from the rest, and so is the PA. They might just have to give away this Phoenix. There's nothing they can do to save the bird. The bird is not a word now. At least that's one down, and the others get to go away. Split used, Static Storm used, LSA, the Laguna Blade on cooldown. But still an MK ult, still the egg.
What? Why does PA have this stupid Aghanim shot? What the hell? Releases Sharp Blades round her in 550 AoE, dealing 12% of victims max health on impact, and applying break.
You're breaking
so
the Monkey King.
But not only does she have like a death throw, a big crit, an abyssal, but now she can break you for 1400. What?
Yep.
Oh my god.
But then again, you only have one shard available in your team. Is PA's shard the best for Team Spirit? Because I think that's something we also need to look into in the future, at least. Like, who has the best shard and who should buy it? Because only one person can get it. I didn't know there was a stack on that before.
Is that a thing?
Apparently it is. I might be wrong. Sure? I understood that there's a stack.
I think you're very wrong on that.
Is it a personal stack or is it a team stack?
You can buy one for yourself. That's it. It's not like.
All right, yeah. Okay, well that makes sense in that case. Then never mind what I just said. Collapse goes in with the blink call and the Laguna Blade, and also the finger comes in at the same time. Collapse is dropped very low. The Static Storm is holding the Monkey King in place, but it's not going to be enough for Team Spirit. They're going to end up losing a lot of heroes here. Yatoro still trying to man fight through this, but not going to be enough. No damage, not enough this time. They get Yatoro to safety, but can they secure Toronto Tokyo? Trying to TP away. No, you're going to get caught. Finger and Immersion. It is the IO with a triple kill out of this fight, out of all possible heroes. Icarus dive to safety, relocate coming in. Can we get an ultra kill on this IO for once? Can we get one? Can we please get one? It's about to time out. Yules is there. He's gonna get this Phoenix in the trees. He's spotted. Come on. I don't think it's gonna happen anymore. The relocate is gonna take him away after clear this one out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dream picks up the Aegis. And that's a big one for Live to Win, and this might just set the course for the rest of the game.
Well, yeah, but that's just showed how Team Spirit, when their fights count in an open area or even near Roshan, they just don't have that stun to be able to actually fight. Like, they're relying heavily on Live to Win to clump up and to then hit a big Axe Core or an LSA, and even when Poshka needs to hit a Static Storm. But it's so difficult. Like, Bruin is about to complete the BKB. Like, that was a fight where the Leshrac didn't even have the Bloodstone. The Brewmaster didn't have his BKB. The Monkey King didn't have his BKB. Like, they're all so close to their surviving items, and they're losing the fight. It's 14k down. It only shows how well Live to Win have played around. I think easily the MVP is a joint effort between Immersion and FN. These two together running around the map have just destroyed this game. Team Spirit have nothing to stop them from taking every tower. And then whatever lane they go to, there's either a Brewmaster helping them, a line helping them, or Dreams just kind of bounced around the map, farmed, but also present for the big fight. So yeah, just FN and Immersion have controlled this game so beautifully.
Bottom tower under fire.
But right now for Team Spirit, they're just buying their time. They're hoping that they can play on the fact that PA will eventually be the PA that we all love to see, critting heroes. She needs Battle Fury, she needs a BKB to survive the Lesh. Then maybe she could go for this Aghanim Shard into just straight Rapier and look just to break down their opponents and just blow them up.
Agreed.
Could be a play, but it's going to be a big comeback needed from Team Spirit when you are 15k down.
Yeah. All right, so this has been maybe 1.5 years or maybe 2 years of talking about patch changes and things that we might still expect to see. If you open your shop as a caster, you will not see how many observers, sentries, or smokes are in stock for a specific team. Can we please get that so we get more insight on, do they have smokes available? Do they have wars available? Because we're just near saying, and I guess, I don't know, because we literally don't know. That is something I've been praying for a long time.
Get your pen and paper, mate, and jot down when you see them bought, and then try and do the math. But look at Live to Win. Yeah. They know that Team Spirit can't fight them. Like, the positioning, they're not allowing for the big Axel to come into play. The slow sieging with Dream, who has got the Aegis. He's actually going for an SMY for the status resistance to deal with the Axel and the minimal stuns they have, not the BKB. Like this as well.
All those MK illusions right there. Laguna Blade comes through. They're trying to blow through that Aegis, and it goes. They're actually going to take it out, but the stun from 2 on from FN. Miposhka can collapse low HP. The Leshrac still a half HP. The stun comes through from the egg, and they're going to get through FN. The BKB is also on the Brewmaster, and so is Yatoro. They have a limited amount of time to try and find these kills. Soneko, look at Immersion and Dream. They're just waiting. They're just holding their ground calmly, backing to the low ground, but not panicking away. Keeping their ground, waiting for Team Spirit, smoking up even. So bad. He pops one, but they have no high ground vision. So Team Spirit, they're going to have to suffice with just the FN kill and the Aegis. They lose the
that actually was pretty good from Team Spirit. The fact that they were able to kill the Leshrac, it was a product of Live to Win running in very deep and leaving the racks. We also didn't see Monkey King get to use his ultimate. Like, that's the type of fight where after they use Static Storm and like the big Laguna, Monkey King, all he has to do is throw down his ultimate and then take the racks. But the desire for aggression offsets that, and Spirit actually do hold, even though they nearly lost both racks. It counts. But Live to Win, they're just going to go again, right? Like, there is no egg, there is no Static Storm. Round 2, boys.
Smoking up on the high ground, finishing off the melee racks, and they're targeting Miposhka. 10 seconds for an ultimate on the Disruptor. They need to keep him alive. The BKB from Toronto, Tokyo, and they just went in, and now they're running out again. The MK ulti comes through from Dream, and it's a really well-placed one as well, because the Lina's in trouble. Soneko doesn't quite die from this. And how do they get into this? So bad. Baiting. They have the Disruptor ulti. For Live to Win, they don't have
annoying. They, like, Miposhka's... Oh! He nearly died. The Monkey King actually, one of the monkey spawns got removed as it was about to kill him. Oh my god.
It's not even the witch doctor monkey just wrong. Yeah, gotcha.
It just Team Spirit, they really are struggling with just even fighting up against that constant pressure Live to Win are providing. Like, it is an admirable effort that they're providing, but they need this PA to have 2 more items to be realistic. Like Deso Basher, maybe, even a Rapier. I honestly, I'm at the point where just a Rapier, blow up the overaggression, and off they go.
Rapier? Oh boy, alright.
I want to see it. Like, you're down 17k. You just lost a Rax who just Live to Win sitting outside your base and eventually taking it, so.
Well, yeah, damage is what they need. So if Deso doesn't do the trick, if Lina doesn't go full right-click build, she's going for Ags, which means we're going to get the pure Laguna Blade. So Nothing too special there. Plus, it goes through BKB, so it can actually be a big factor. Collapse has found Soneko. Dream gets the stun on Toronto Tokyo. Dream is thinking about going in, and they will. They get a massive heal from Immersion, and Toronto Tokyo's down. Soneko will be taken down by Yatoro. The PA has a BKB available. Brewmaster is still trying to give the chase. Afterlife's right on his heels. The egg explodes, but it doesn't seem to catch anyone. The Phoenix is here.
Oh,
and they're just... I'm sorry about my camera, but everybody's going everywhere. And Miposhka, he lives again. Wow. Radiant scan on top of Yatoro. Relocate.
Oh, the relocate.
Oh, the big brain play. And
Go
the wrong way.
Go the other way.
Go the other way.
FN. Go on, FN. You
Spot
got
him.
this.
He's trying to locate him. He's trying to find him. Blur comes out. The damage, they spot him. They see him. The BKB, the TP out, and Yatoro should be able to escape. All right.
FM was using his edict there just to try and find out, because of course if you're invis, if you're out of vision, they will target on him. You'll see it happening. A for effort.
A for effort, indeed. That's what I had in mind as well. Like, so close to catching him. But I was surprised that they actually went right, and sorry, they went left, but PA was right.
I will say though, coming into the series, I thought Team Spirit would be kind of in the position Live to Win are right now. I thought that Team Spirit played some really good Dota in Epic League, and that Live to Win were a bit shaky. They had a little bit of question mark to how they played out the laning phase, especially in the playoffs of the GSL.
You're under a ward.
There's no BKB, right?
You're literally under a ward with no BKB right now. You're going to get Yules in the air. FN looking for the stun connection, and this is going to be a dead PA. There's nothing they can do to save him, and he's going to die. Then it's very low. There we go. Dream finally gets the kill, but Poshka on the run. Toronto Tokyo is going to get hexed up. There's the Blink Lion, and Collapse comes in to call in on the Lion, trying to get the stun connection. Gets it. There is also the LSA is going to take down on the Lion. Here comes the Dream Ultimate 2. Collapse is going to fall as well, and Toronto Tokyo onto the high ground with the BKB. Gets himself away from this engagement. It's a 2-for-1, but 2 cores from Team Spirit dead.
They're just giving no space on the map. Live to Win, like they're ping-ponging around. They go top, they pressure the PA. She BKBs instantly utilize that ward in the bot side of the map, then punish the PA again, get the kill this time. And now, like, how do you stop them from pushing here? You have to look for a big laner blow up, maybe access to buyback, but with Monkey King plus Leshrac, these buildings will fall if they can get into the high ground. But without a creep wave, Team Spirit get to live another day.
They do. They fend off Live to Win for now. Next, Roshan. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Almost 2:30 in total, since that timer's already started. There's a Shiva's recipe on the courier, and there's an ultimate orb. Alright, so MK is 1 piece away from Scotty. Point booster away. Got some very dangerous stacks of HP, stacks of stats, so to say, on this Monkey King. 260 damage with a Battle Fury. You've got these Ags Illusions, or copies even, dropping about here and there. What is the... Okay. Ag Shard, Tree Dance cooldown from 0.3 cast point to 0.1. Yeah, you can keep jumping a lot with that shard. It's very nice, but I don't think it's not very necessary in this game.
Dude,
okay,
it's amazing.
Woo! Spicy! Fan on knives. Soneko dead, Miposhka dead. The egg pops as well with the BKBs on Afterlife. Toronto Tokyo. Dream is dropping dangerously low, but he gets the safety. Glimmer KP still going down. Yatoro kills him off. And Team Spirit, though, it's a 2v3. He's going to get stunned into another stun, and he's dead. FN will look for another one as Axe has been thrown into the air with the, well, Cyclone at least from Afterlife. Though he's still chasing. There's the Yules. There should be the stun connection, and Collapse finishes the team wipe. Triple kill for FN. It looked good momentarily killing the Monkey King, but still, if you kill the Monkey King, there's a lot of other damage dealers on Live to Win.
But he survived for so long, because also, look what Nuchline's got. He's got the Elven Tunic, the extra evasion. It allowed him just to survive long enough through the PA right clicks that he got the ult off. He forced him to go in, and eventually the Brew came in, the Lesh came in, and they turned it around. But oh my god, they're 26k up, mate, at like 30 minutes. These fights, they are like, Team Spirit are getting the good jumps, but they're so far behind that it doesn't allow them to have a big comeback play. And now you have Brewmaster with the Cloak of Flames. Like back in the day, Brew loved buying Radiance. He now has the poor man's Radiance. Oh,
The Cloak of Flames.
This is a happy little brew. He's got the Vlads, the BKB, doesn't care about Disruptor. He's now got a cheeky little burn. Of course, it doesn't give a miss chance, which is normally what the brew wants, but he's got his Drunken Brawler. Like, he is... Brewmaster is such a weird pseudo Radiance now.
Kind of,
Good job, mate.
This is the through the fire and flames build, basically, where you just go Radiance, Cloak of Flames, and what was the third item I was looking for? There was a third. Oh yeah, that was the Ember Spirit with the Remnants and Flame Guard. So you have like 4 sources of fire damage.
Yeah, so Timbersaw with his shard, he can he becomes a flamethrower and kills trees and stuff. So he needs that and a Radiance, and then this neutral item. He's gonna be the true matchstick.
And getting to come back
You might just call Timbersaw the new Firestar set, but however, Miposhka gonna get stunned up by Soneko, another one from FN. Quickly getting rid of the Disruptor. He's gonna respawn in 30 seconds, so it's not a big of a pick-off, but it does allow Live to Win to push this mid lane in. Start to look at those racks. We've got Dream pushed in the top lane as well. Heading towards the tier 3 tower.
No Sunray today.
Oh, Phoenix. Gets the egg off, but it's only a slight relief. Collapse just used his blink to get into the high ground. Egg used for nothing. Spirit.
Sad thing is, he has buybacks though, so maybe if he had the buyback, he could have maybe. It's awkward, because if he buybacks now, no egg. Like, this is just a lost rack. How does Team Spirit fight Live to Win? The answer is they don't. They need the Fountain to come to play. They need the 6th man in the roster.
I don't feel like they can't anymore. It's just you got the Ags on the Lina, so I feel it's a small Hail Mary and a wraparound from Collapse. They've got Immersion. Io's the target, but they are too slow to get there. Toronto Toki are trying to walk all the way through the entire force of Live to Win, and he's dead. Oh my, yeah, that's GG.
Yeah, there it is.
Lina literally tried to walk through here in between everybody to get to Immersion. And that was very anticlimactic. But for Live to Win, control from early to the end, and they take this victory. 33-33.
Yeah, very impressive game from Live to Win. Like, I think coming into the series, I very much expected Team Spirit to have the edge, but this game, it was just a beautiful masterclass of Immersion and FN playing their own independent lanes. But then once they paired up, especially when FN got that double kill, Immersion then was like, wait a second, I'm only going to play with you now, Leshrac. Like, I don't need to help my brew anymore. And they just had this buddy system running around the map. It allowed Dream to go for Battle Fury, then Ags, and then after that SMY, he soon became very hard to kill. The Brewmaster, I loved his itemization of just Midas into straight BKB. It allowed him to survive that potential jump that a Disruptor and Lina pick was meant to bring in the draft from Team Spirit. And yeah, Team Spirit, they never had the damage to ever fight up against Live to Win. So very impressive start to the game. I'd like to see Team Spirit bounce back because I know that they can play a lot better. I know that they can draft a lot better. And this isn't the true showing of what this team has. But again, Live to Win, they look much better than they did at the start of this group stage.
Yeah,
at the start of the end of that group stage, sorry, because this is now the playoff hubbed up.
Yeah, and a very shaky start from the team that actually got a straight playoff invite. So we are definitely waiting for a lot more from Team Spirit to really put themselves together and come up with something that really puts Live to Win off, kind of off balance maybe. Since LTW, like you said, they played off great during the group stages. And now that I double check it quickly, they only lost one singular map, and that was also against Brame in the first game. And they also looked very shaky in that one. Then they just won the second one and the third one in just very good style. So is there much for Team Spirit to show here? Well, it has to happen now. They need to bring off something spicy in the draft. Don't you agree?
Yeah, just enter the game with something to achieve, because in this game, they just didn't have anyone to play around. Like, the PA couldn't fight, the Axe couldn't fight, Lina got dumpstered by FN, so you lose 3 lanes, all cores don't want to make plays, you jungle. Kind of a recipe for losing. You have tower damage on Radiant, therefore it is a recipe for a disaster. So yeah, just a couple tweaks, I think Team Spirit should be fine.
Well, get your monster energies ready as we head for a break between Team Spirit and Live to Win, and that game 2 will come right after that one. So don't disappear anywhere except maybe to the fridge to get your drinks ready, and we'll be back with game number 2.